No, we're waiting on, wait, Tiana, Jennifer, Yesenia, Eliza, and just Sam.
I went to sleep. Sorry about that, guys. Trust me, the next one will not be a Zoom. Zoom. I don't Zoom. I want to see people. I want to see bodies. I even bought you guys bagels this morning. I did. There's bagels in there. Yes, I didn't even realize it was a Zoom.
Oh,
I was cleaning out my storage yesterday. All that shredding stuff I brought to the office. Oh my gosh. So I neglected to see on my calendar it was a Zoom. So I went and bought you guys all bagels this
oh
morning.
my goodness.
Sam, where you at, Sam? No, I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna keep going because it's wasting our time.
Is
Okay.
he in the waiting room?
No.
No.
Wait, yeah.
How do I do her? Admit. Hi, Tiana. Oh, she's coming.
Now she can hear you.
Hi, Tiana. I know you're muted.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep going on here. Everybody's not here, but we're gonna keep moving along here. Okay, just a couple more things I want to talk about. When a doctor discontinues a medication, you need to make sure that medication is discontinued right away. So if you take a client to the doctor on Thursday afternoon and that medication is discontinued, that client gets no more of that medication. You don't wait till the next time you see them again to get all that medication. You need to get to that client's home and get that out of their home. There is a form that you can fill out and give that to your case manager. Really don't even worry about the form. If you just want to take that discontinued medication, bring it to your case manager. They'll get it to me and I'll destroy it. So get it out of the client's home so there's no confusion about that. Again, that client is to not take any more of that medication once it's discontinued. Okay. Okay, a doctor, you take a client to the doctor and the doctor orders a new medication. So here's what you do, ILS people. You have to take that prescription to the pharmacy. Can that be done tomorrow or the next day or next week when you see that client? Nope, needs to be done ASAP. Technically, that client should start that medication within 8 hours. Sometimes you go to the pharmacy and the pharmacy says, oh, I have to order this. If that's the case, and depending on the medication, we may have to go to a different pharmacy. But usually they can get it in the next day or so, and there's not really a hurry. Unless that doctor says, I want it as a stat order, that means you have 2 hours to get that medication in that client. So just a regular routine medication that you're doing, take it to the pharmacy, they'll fill it, you pick it up. Well, you're going to wait for it because it's a new medication. You're going to make sure you get the sheet that tells you the side effects. You're going to make sure you go over those side effects with your client. If you're filling pill trays, you need to make sure that you take that medication and add it to their existing pill trays already. And then what I suggest that you do as an ILS person is to make sure that that person, oh, there's Sam, hold on. Dang, this thing is bad. Hi, Sam. Okay, we're talking about when you take a client to the doctor and he writes a new medication. You need to make sure you take that prescription to the pharmacy, get it filled, update their pill tray if needed. Make sure you let your clients know what they're taking the medication for, what the side effects are, those kinds of good things. And then I got to, you need to make sure that you follow up with your client. So that if you have a medication that the client is just starting to take, you need to follow up with them within 24 hours and see how they're doing. I had a funny thing. I had a client that a new medication was started on Friday. And the staff did everything they were supposed to do. They got it filled, they put it in his pill tray bottle, told him what all the side effects are. He was all hunky-dory. Didn't do any follow-up with him. Monday morning was his IDT meeting. He came to the IDT meeting covered in red spotted rash from his medication. So the staff said, hey, I told you this could possibly be a side effect. And the client says, well, yeah, but you didn't tell me what to do if I got it. So he had no idea he was even supposed to let his staff know that he has a side effect. So fortunately, it wasn't, life or death thing, and the medication was just switched. But keep that into consideration. If you're starting a client on some medication that they've never taken before, it's just like you. You need to be aware of the side effects. You need to know what to look out for. I also suggest that you make your doctor's appointments, if at all possible, on a Tuesday or Wednesday, because then you don't get stuck doing all this stuff on Friday afternoon. If the doctor runs late, if you have a 2 o'clock doctor appointment on Friday afternoon, he changes a bunch of meds. You're headed to the pharmacy, and then you're headed home to the client's home to get all those pill trays organized. It can get late on you real quick. And if you have any questions about the medications, we have no way of contacting the doctor. The pharmacy has no way of contacting the doctor. And it keeps you from having to follow up on the weekend. But you should follow up with your clients at least 24 hours after they start a new medication. Okay, here's a good one. You go to a client's home, you just were there and did a med check 2 days ago. You just checked this pill tray. He just, everything was fine 2 days ago. They had plenty of meds, but they don't have any meds now. 2 days later, yeah, they have no meds in their pill tray. What are you gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna answer that for you. You try to find out from the client what happened to their meds, because a lot of clients will flush their meds down the toilet, or they'll sell them, or they'll do whatever they do with them instead of taking them. So you need to get the meds refilled. So this may mean you have to take the client back to the doctor, because maybe he's that was his last medications. It could be a lot of different things when you find the empty pill tray, or you find pills all over the floor. The client didn't take them, and you find pills on the floor. We need to make sure that we let the doctor know about that. And then obviously redo their pill tray with the correct medications, and call your case manager and let them know what's happening. It may require, them calling CVRC or working directly with the client. Maybe the client's refusing to take his meds and he's just tossing them. Very well could be. I've had clients sell their meds depending on what they are. Not unheard of. But what this means is that we have to monitor those meds even closer. We may have to go in more often. He may not be able to do a pill tray. He may have to, we may have to give him his meds when we go there. There's a lot of different ways we can help. Okay, a client is out of their meds and there are no refills. That should never happen. You want to make sure that you're always on top of that, so that the doctor has plenty of time. If you need to, call your best friend at the doctor's office, the nurse, and make sure those kinds of things don't happen. That's a medication error. Okay. Okay, so I was supposed to do seizures and diabetes today, but I'm not even going to attempt to do that because we're going to run out of time again. I think the last thing I'll talk to you about is special incident reports. If anything happens with your client, well, let me back up. First of all, do you guys have any questions about medications? Are you good on that? You understand the importance of that? With anything I say, do you have any questions? Anybody? Nope.
Nope.
Okay. then I expect that you guys know how to do a pill tray and that you need to be checking Mars. SLS people, you need to be making sure you sign off on a MAR. SLS people. Okay, no questions? All right, let's talk about a SIR. A SIR is a special incident report. Anything that happens with the client falls, their boyfriend hits them, there's all kinds of things that require a special incident report. I'm not expecting you guys to know all that. What I do expect of you, if something happens with your client, you need to report it to your case manager. They'll then decide if a SIR needs to happen, if we need to contact the regional center, yada, yada, yada. Your responsibility is making sure that your case manager knows what happened. So if you go pick up a client on Monday and you're having a conversation, you notice this big old honking black eye, you say, what the heck happened to you? And she says, ma'am, my boyfriend hit me over the weekend. Okay, that definitely requires a special incident report, and that definitely needs a phone call to your case manager. She in turn is going to get a lot of information from you. So if you're ahead of the game and you have the information for her ahead of time, it's fantastic. What's the boyfriend's name? When did it happen? What were you arguing about? Where were you at when he hit you? All the pertinent details of what happened. You know, was the little girl there? Her daughter there? Are there any bruises anywhere else? Did he hit the little girl? Get the story. Get as much of the story that you can, okay? Are we mandated reporters, kids? Yes. Anything like that happens, anytime we suspect anything like that happening, we're mandated. We have to report it. We are mandated reporters. So your responsibility is not to fill out the whole form. Your responsibility is to let your case manager know that that happened. Same thing as if you go on Monday and the client's got a broken leg. Okay, their legs in a cast, and like, what the heck happened? Oh, I was riding my bike, I fell and I broke my leg on Saturday. That probably requires a special incident report. So you need to let your case manager know that. So it's all those little ifs and buts. We may not be involved in it, but it didn't happen on our watch, but we still have to notify regional center. Okay. If a client goes to the hospital, they're sick, they go to the hospital on the weekends. It's not on us, it's not on our time, but you find out that they did on Monday. You need to let us know so that we can decide if it's a special incident report or not, and let regional center know so they can ask for medical records if they need to. So that's special incident reports, pretty basic stuff. You just need to know that if anything goes on with your client or you suspect any abuse, neglect, anything like that, you need to make sure your case manager knows. An IDT meeting is not the time and place to bring it up. You should have already contacted your case manager and let them know what was happening with that client before the meeting was even happening. Okay, so we can do our investigation and get the report to regional center. A special incident report, we're on a time frame. We have 24 hours from the time that we know about it to report it to regional center, and we have 48 business hours to get a written report. So we're going to be on it. We're going to be all over it once you report it to us. So it's not something that you can wait a couple days and it's now Wednesday and you say, oh gee, I forgot to tell you so-and-so had a black eye on Monday. No, we're out of violation. We've already missed our dates. So you need to report that to your case manager as soon as you know about it. Okay. All right. Any questions from any of that? You guys have any question about medication? Nothing. You're all good. Everybody knows everything. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. We'll be doing another, hopefully face-to-face on diabetes and I forgot what the other one, seizures. In the next couple of weeks. So I will see you guys again. If you have any questions and you're too shy to ask on the Zoom, you can email me or email Tina or email Christina and I'll get back to you. All right, kids. See you later. Have a good
Thank
one.
you. Have a
Bye.
good day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.